Hello, welcome to MtG Grinders Dragons of Tarkir review. This is the final part where we're going to be revealing everything that's not monocolors. So the artifacts, the land, the multicolored cards, and the one colorless card. We're going to kick off with Ancestral Statue. 4 mana for a 3/4 artifact creature golem. When it enters the battlefield, return a non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. Golem.
3/4 for 4. Could you? I'm trying to get the best possible scenario. You can bounce it.
Maybe it's like a sand step outcast or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have synergy to play this card, otherwise it's not that great.
And it's too high on the curve for you to, because it'll bounce itself.
Yeah, it'll bounce itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think this is very high at all.
No. If you got a lot of synergy out of it, it gets better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Alright, Arishan Sovereign, 5 and a green and a white for a 6/6 dragon. It's got flying, and when it dies, you may put it at the top or the bottom of its owner's library. I think this is a pretty solid limited card.
I agree.
It's great. It's hard to deal with.
If your opponent can't deal with it in the first place, how the hell do they deal with it again?
Well, if I was going to say, even if they do deal with it,
yeah. I mean, if they can trump it in combat,
yeah,
then they trump it in combat. But you just play it again. And, cool.
Life is
Attack,
fun.
block. Okay, put it on top. Play it again. Go.
Dang.
In the event where the opponent has like a 7/7 flyer or something like that, this is a way to draw the game out and mill them.
I was gonna say no, not a way to find it.
It's one of the biggest creatures in the set, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big dumb dragons. This is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not much is getting.
Not much
killer
getting
outside of the combat trick.
No.
All right. Let's move on to Ataka's Command. I just want to say I like all of the commands so far.
That's good. So far.
Yeah, all of the far. Yeah.
Let's say the first one.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got red and green for an instant. Choose 2. Your opponents can't gain life this turn. Ataka's Command deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield, and creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain reach until end of turn. That's a pretty efficient for any 2 of those.
Yeah, I think most of them are pretty strong. I wish the reach was removed in the tramples though. That would make this card just super suited.
Yeah.
Maybe too strong. But
Probably
super suited to exactly what it wants to be.
I read the white-blue command first
Mm.
and went, that's really good. And then read this one second and went, oh, that's terrible. Until I saw that it was just 1 red and 1 green.
Yeah.
And
Like, I
it's
skipped straight
so
past the
much
bouncing
better
cost.
because it does half.
Yeah, and a ramp spell as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a very deep card. Not as deep as the others, but yeah, it can go some different ways.
Well, Skullcrack saw play. That was with Mono Black Devotion around though.
That was with
And
that was with
Sphinx's
Sphinx's Revelation.
Sphinx's Revelation. Yeah.
That was Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah, but this is a Skullcrack plus some other things.
Plus
Yeah.
other things.
Lightning
Yeah.
bolt.
There's no reason it shouldn't see constructed play in some
Yeah.
way.
For sure. People will tinker with all those cards.
Yeah.
All right. We've got Ataka Monument. 3. Well, let's just get all the monuments out of the way now. So
Yeah, but they're all just the same.
they're all the same. They tap for one of the 2 colors of the associated dragon, and you can pay 4, and in this case, red and a green, and to turn into a 4/4 red and green dragon artifact creature with flying until end of turn.
So people didn't like playing the banners in limited,
No,
but I think these are a different Killerfish.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Kettle
these,
Dragon.
these are more like the key roots from
Yep.
Return to Dragon.
Yeah.
I think there's maybe there's a strictly better than some of them. And most of
Well,
others.
some of the key runes were a lot cheaper to make. But
Yeah,
this thing makes a
sure.
4/4 flyer.
Well, the other thing I like about these in the format that we've got at the moment is a lot of the dragons cost 5, and a lot of your powerful spells cost 5.
Yep.
Well, that's certainly what I found in the pre-release. And this gets you from 3 to 5.
Yeah, it's a good ramp spell. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are fine. Like, I'm gonna be happy to pick these guys up early. Like, absolutely, and I'll play them because ramp that turns into a win condition.
Yep.
These guys will win you a game. These guys can block you in the late game. They're fun.
All right, Boltwing Marauder, 3 in a black and a red for a 5/4 flying dragon. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of
So
turn.
good. So good.
In limited.
Yeah, in
Is
limited.
it good? So
Oh, he was
yeah.
fantastic. He won games. Like, he would easily do 7 damage. Because you put him out, next turn you cast a creature.
Mhm.
I really liked having this guy and then casting Ujito Summons, where you get the 2/2
Yep.
with rebound, then the
Yep.
next turn you get another 2/2, so you get 7, plus you cast your creature.
Yep.
And so it'd be 9, it'd be a 2-turn kill.
Yep.
I like this with a dash creature because it says target creature gets +2/+0. So if
Yep.
you just have like one of your early game dash creatures that you draw late, just dash it every turn, give whatever you want +2/+0. You can be swinging for 7 with this.
Yep. This guy's the first pick.
Yeah, this guy's very, very self-explanatory about
Yeah.
how powerful he is in limited.
Really good.
Alright, Cutting Breeze Dancer, 4 and a white and a blue for a 4/4 dragon. It's got flying, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it's +2/+2 until the end of turn. This works really well with combat tricks.
It's the double prowess. Yes, that's sweet.
Is he going to see construction?
No. But you'll be really happy with him.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Custodian of the Trove, 3 mana for a 2/5 golem with Defender, and he enters the battlefield tapped.
It's terrible. Don't pick him.
Pick one, back one, right? Like guys?
He looks sweet.
It's terrible. Just
Dragonloft Idol.
I had someone play him in a game beside me, and I'm just like, that's just. I didn't say it out loud, obviously. But I'm like, that's just terrible.
Why are you doing this? This is not correct.
Alright, we've got Dragonloft Idol, 4 mana for a 3/3 gargoyle. As long as you control a dragon, it's +1/+1, has flying and trample.
I had not seen this card. This card looks sick.
This is really cool.
It's a dank. It's really cool. I like it.
And there are enough dragons that there's a pretty good chance of a dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. What is that? There's a hill giant that attacks.
Yep, that goes in any deck.
Yes.
Alright, Dragon Lord Dramoka. We're on to the big guns. 4 and a green and a white for a 5/7 legendary creature, Elder Dragon. Can't be countered, flying, lifelink, and your opponents can't cast spells during your turn.
And we said this before we hit record, but I love the fact that they've made them Elder Dragons. I reckon the flavour in that is just awesome.
This guy is a major pain in the ass.
He's going to win your games. You can pick him first time.
This guy is just a crime scene for control. Yeah, I love it.
Can't be countered, and your opponent can't cast spells. Is he a sideboard against your blue, white, black control that might be coming along?
Potentially. He's very good in regardless. He's like a
And he's-
flying lifelink. He's just a beast.
And he's in that green, white
Yeah.
ramp
Like
colors
people
as well.
people will play this guy. He doesn't.
On Star City, Chris Van Meter tested him in the Knapsack control deck.
Yep.
And was pretty happy with him.
Oh, absolutely. I can see that. Yeah, this guy's sweet. Most of the dragons have the elder dragons, I should say, have the slight implication of not fitting into specific decks or archetypes right now that are here. This guy is definitely an attribute to that. He doesn't fit into a list right away. I suppose actually no, I've done controls there. That's probably the one list he'd fit into.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just huge. Like, he's a monster. They're all monsters.
He's really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
With that 7 toughness.
Yeah, pack one, pick one, limited. We'll see standard play somewhere outside of that.
I think he's also got commander as well. Just because of your opponent can't play spells out of their turn.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, your safety on your turn. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, maybe.
Alright, let's move on to Dragon Lord Colligan. 4 and a black and a red for a 6/5 legendary creature, Elder Dragon. Flying, haste, other creatures you control have haste. Whenever an opponent casts a creature or planeswalker spell with the same name as a card in his or her graveyard, that player loses 10 life. The funniest thing about the reaction to this card were I saw on Mark Rosewell's Tumblr, like he was flooded with like questions and complaints about how this card, that last ability, is bad in Commander. Just people were complaining about that.
It's never going to happen.
That's brilliant. I love him.
But this guy's solid.
Yeah, he's a rock bomb.
Yeah.
He's like, even with that ability, he's a fine commander.
Yeah. He's brilliant. I love him. Like, he is going to haunt somebody's memories. Like, this guy's going to come and go, oh, you're on 8.
Obviously,
Go.
that ability is Constructed. That's the constructed ability.
Yeah,
Is he going to see constructed play though?
I think people will tinker with him.
Yep.
I
Maybe.
The fact that he's got haste makes it more likely that
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
This guy ends the game very quickly. Yeah, he's
Costs one more than the Storm Breath.
yes,
He's got 2 more power than the Storm Breath,
yes,
and he's got haste just like a Storm Breath.
yes.
It's interesting how you can play around that last ability if you've got Delve in your deck or Delve cards. But if someone casts this against you, pay attention when you're playing your creatures and play Planeswalkers.
Because you're going to die real
Because you
quick.
could, especially if you're in a higher level tournament, like where there's no takesies backsies.
No kitchen tables.
No. Pay attention. Like, this is one of those lines of rule text that people tend to forget about.
And its opponent as well, you don't need to worry about it. Just them.
Alright, Dragon Lord Ojutai. 3 and a white and a blue for a 5/4 with flying. He's an Elder Dragon. He has hexproof as long as he's untapped. And whenever Dragon Lord Ojutai deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Have we seen that effect on a certain blue common in this set?
No.
Oh.
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Sorry.
Alright, well, you.
Yeah, so Ujitai has anticipated on a stick. This guy is awesome.
Yeah.
Big fan of him. Hope to test with him soon and get him in the control lists that I'll be playing around with. Yeah, he's just sweet.
When he was released, I said online on our local Facebook page that he will get played. The fact that he's hexproof as long as he's untapped is just fantastic. Means he can just sit there for whenever you need him.
He does have downsides to certain sideboard spells that are very cheap against him, and he doesn't block Storm Breath Dragon. That's prominent in this format right
That's
now.
something to keep in mind.
But yeah, if this guy connects, I feel like you're winning. Just if this guy just connects once, I just feel like you're doing very, very well in the match. He's great.
Alright, we have Dragon Lord Salungar. 4 and a blue and a black for a 3/5 legendary creature, Elder Dragon. Flying and Death Touch. Whenever he enters the battlefield, gain control of the target creature or planeswalker for as long as you control Dragon Lord Salungar.
So who's going to bring up the picture here?
You'll note that in the 1,000 years since we last met Salungar in Fedra Forge, he's acquired a new piece of jewelry.
Yes, Tassiga.
Yes, Tassiga.
I win.
The 1,000-year-old preserved body of a dead teenager.
Because that's what these guys do. This guy is the worst of the Dragon Lords, I have to say.
He's pretty strongly limited.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
Sorry, I was talking
in constructed.
in constructed. This guy just, I'd much rather play the 1,000 Years before, or when this guy was
Drifting Death.
Yeah, Drifting Death.
You
that
sort of want
guy's-
to play him just as your opponent's planeswalker gets to their ultimate counters.
Yep.
So you can put him into play, steal the planeswalker, use the ultimate, and go woo.
Yeah.
The Zealous Conscripts are a bit of play, and that's
Yeah.
about stealing planeswalker for a turn. So permanent, I should say, in that case. But yeah, so Salungar might see some play if a mid-range aggressive deck in these colours appears.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen, but he's what.
Maybe he'll be tinkered with. Most impressive thing about this guy is when your opponent plays Dragon Lord Silver and then you play yours and you take his and then you kill his. That happened to me on the Saturday night.
Really wants that.
Yeah, so
That's
Kyle played Dragon Lord to take the 3-cost 3/3 Megamorph and Mythic guy. I'm like, cool, untap, play mine, take yours, sacrifice it, go. It's good. It was real good. But outside of that, it's not much better than that.
Alright, now we've actually missed one of the Dragon Lords here, but fortunately we have the card right in front of us. So do we want to do Ataka now?
Yeah, there's Dragon Lord Ataka. You're the host.
I can read it.
Yeah, cool.
5
Yeah.
and a red and a green for a 8/8 Flying Trample Elder Dragon. When a target enters the battlefield, does 5 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and/or planeswalkers your opponents control.
This was fantastic and limited. Like, it would come into play, and I would kill 2-3 dudes of my opponent, and then I'd smash through for 8 next turn, as long as someone didn't pacify it.
Were you saying that this is one of the best limited cards?
This LSV on his rating system that he does his previews for every set said that this was the best card of the set. He rated it a 5 out of 5.
For limited.
Yeah, for limited. You do not see him rate 5s. Vegetae Exemplars, which was like my pick for the best card of the set, is a 4.5. This is a 5.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
And he said he actually even made a comment that this Dragon Lord, people just ramping into Dragon Lord in standard, is a very real thing.
Yeah, well, he's
rightfully so.
He's a gigantic flame type Kabu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's a monster Kabu. An 8/8 for 7 flying trample with 5 damage, like a very good kind of flame. Yep, sweet.
It's fantastic. Yeah, I played him all day and I loved him.
Yep, brilliant.
Alright, let's move on to Dromoka's Command. A green and a white for an instant. Choose to prevent all damage. Target instant or sorcery spell will deal this turn. Target player sacrifices an enchantment. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Or target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Now there's so much value in that card.
Yeah, I didn't originally think too much of it, but I didn't originally read it and go into depth with it. Then I seen Raptor talk about it today, and the boys, they just had lost the words about the strength of this card.
Yeah.
They said that this was the best card in the set, and rightfully so. I mean, it's legit. It's legit. You get you get exactly what the green and white wants to do with its aggression. You get exactly what it wants on its defensive measures, and you get that extra sideboard hate that says target player sacrifices an enchantment.
Yeah.
Like bye Chained Rocks. Just hoses.
Yeah.
Red white. Like this card is so good.
So it kills an enchantment, so you can get rid of your Corsi, your Change of the Rocks, something like that. It stops your Stoke Flames.
Yep,
it's removal.
Interesting green-white counter spell in a way for targeted burn spells.
Yeah.
It's just so
and it's
deep.
pump.
Yep. It's just
This is absolutely
so
easy to
many.
play.
Yeah, it's busted. It's busted how many things you can do with it.
And it only costs 2.
And it costs 2.
Alright, Enduring Scale Lord. 4, a green and a white for a 4/4 flying dragon. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are placed on another creature you control, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Enduring Scale Lord.
So this is your bolster top of the chain,
Mhm.
food chain, yeah?
I don't know if anyone had the combo of 2 Scale Lords out. Did you see if anyone was doing that?
No.
No?
Because
It's infinite.
well, arbitrary large, you can go if you have 2 Scale Lords, you can get as many counters on them as one.
As long as you have
as
a
long as you
trigger
get
to
the
put
first
first.
counter on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that seems cool. Let's do that.
Someone's going to do that in Constructed, aren't they?
I hope
Someone's
not.
going to do it.
I
Where they've got 2 out and they'll bolt or something.
Someone who isn't scoring high in tournaments with that deck, definitely. Yeah.
Someone's going to do it.
Yeah.
And just go attack for his enemy.
Robert Wells, get on it.
It's not red.
You can play 9.
Alright, Evolving Wilds. It sacrifices and gets a basic land. We've seen it before. It's a decent fixer.
The best fetch land of the set.
I got 2 of them in the pre-release and it
You
allowed
did.
me to play 5 colours.
Beautiful.
Check out the other video we're going to do.
Yeah, do that.
Or actually, it'll be my article later this week.
Keep an
Or-
eye out.
By the time this video comes out, probably last week.
Okay. Do all of those things.
Let's move on though.
This this is already in the standard format, but yeah, it is good as a replacement fetch for the enemy colored pairs.
Yeah, it's great.
So
Evolving Wilds is great. It has
and,
it's had its place ever since it was printed, and it will always have its place.
Gate Smasher, 3 mana for an equipment. It can be attached only to a creature with toughness 4 or greater. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has
That's
trample.
great.
I like it.
That is sweet. Gate Smasher. That's awesome.
That's fun. Have they just stapled like there's some like beast there.
Yeah.
Put a dragon
That's
head
what they
on top
just put
of
a
it.
dragon
Put a
head
dragon.
on top of this big ass meat thing.
He doesn't look like he's having a good day.
He's yet to get to the gate though.
Yeah, I don't know how high I'm valuing that in limited. Like equipment in limited is generally not been that great.
Yeah, really.
Like Hero's Blade got a little bit of hype, but
Yeah.
like it never got played. It was very hard to pick it and play it.
It's been a while since equipment has been like really.
Yeah,
played.
what was the last good equipment? So swords maybe?
I'd say the Butcher's Cleaver in
Butcher's
in
Cleaver.
Australia.
What, Vampire Torch was the one that killed the
Yeah.
Flaming Torch, or
Flaming Torch,
yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
Alright.
Really.
Harbinger of the Hunt. 3 in a red and a green for a 5/3 dragon with flying. Pay 2 in a red, it'll deal 1 damage to each creature without flying. Pay 2 in a green, deals 1 damage to each creature with flying. There's a reason why there's one
Each
toughness
other creature.
of that. Each other creature, sorry.
Because otherwise it'd kill itself, and that's really bad.
Yeah, there's a reason why there's 1 toughness creature of that.
He's a boss.
This is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen this before. This is wonderful.
Yeah, this is a good card.
You open this, you go, yes, I'm drafting red green unless everything else is
Yeah, well, I'm going to take this
Terrible.
card, and this is going to find my list somewhere.
yeah.
This card's great.
Yeah, I'll splash one of those 2 colors just to have this
Absolutely.
card.
Absolutely.
It's so strong.
Yeah.
First pick every time.
Potential standard play
Uh,
against token lists.
I'm pretty skeptical just because
Yeah.
of 3 toughness.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, but it's definitely there. Like there's a lot to it.
Alright. Haven of the Spirit Dragon. That's a land. You can either tap it to add 1 color to your mana pool. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool and spend this mana only to cast Dragon's creature spell. Or you can pay 2, tap and sacrifice it to return target dragon creature card or Ugin Planeswalker card from a graveyard to your hand. This is this is flavor all over.
Yeah.
Do the wiggle.
That's all it is though. It's flavor.
No,
Well,
Yes.
this will see control play. Absolutely.
You reckon?
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You can rebuy your
Purely just for the Ugin Planeswalker.
Return target dragon.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I'll take my dragons back.
Oh.
Yeah, legitimately, this card will see standard play is very, very strong.
I'll take your word for it.
If a dragon deck does get played standard.
Oh, and
Does this make the previous land card in the previous set? I can't remember the name, but playable.
There was a
Tomb of the Dragon Spirit.
Yeah,
Tomb
which
of
was
the-
just awful.
there was
I do not
Tomb,
think so.
and there was another one in. There's been 2. Like each of the
Yeah.
sets in this block has had a version of this particular location.
Yep.
This is easily the best. By far.
Because the last one was just god awful.
Downvote that.
Well done, Wizards.
Alright. Keeper of the Lens. 1 mana for a 1/2 golem.
Okay.
You may look at face down creatures you don't control.
No,
Don't go them. I like this guy.
it's terrible.
I like this. I like him.
I think he's.
Wasn't the lens in the previous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's.
Lens of clarity.
I think he's better than Lens of Craft.
Oh, really?
Because he's a 1/2.
Because he's an actual creature.
Yeah.
If they made him a 1/3, so we could actually block the morphs that he's looking at, that would be useful.
Yeah, this guy's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like
Sometimes you want to sideboard this in if your opponent has gone like turbo morphs, so you know which ones to kill.
Have you ever? I've legitimately
never done
never
it.
even thought about sideboarding in anti-morph.
No.
I've
Morph.
I've never done that, but it's just something that
I mean, this guy. Okay, this guy maybe because it's a guy, but like Lens of Clarity, there's no hope you can do that. There's no hope.
every time I've seen someone play Lens of Clarity.
You would have to be so very stretched for answers, and like you would have.
Oh yeah.
If you were just so fearful of something, but
Alright, Colligan's Command. 1 in a black and a red. Choose 2. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Target player discards a card. Destroy target artifact. Or Colligan's Command deals 2 damage to target creature or player.
In Constructed at the moment, this card lets itself down by destroying an artifact. It's just something that's not going to get used at the moment.
there's only one card that gets played. There's only one artifact gets played in standard, and it's not something that this card would generally care about.
Yeah.
It's parents' fault.
Yeah,
Yeah, in limited, I think it's fine though because people are going to be playing the
Playing the mana ups.
Yeah. So you're going to kill one of those if you want to. And everything else is sort of useful.
Yeah, being able to rebuy a creature at some point is pretty fine to do. Like shock, that's solid.
Yeah, I feel like this card should be weighted against Marmotron.
Yep.
More than anything, they both kind of are very situational cards. But I've been playing Mardu for quite a while now, and I've actually really started to rate Mardu-chan. Unfortunately, I should have been on the bandwagon earlier. It's been really, really solid for me.
You haven't been playing it before?
I was playing with it a little bit, but from the sideboard.
Okay.
And I've gone up in the sideboard. I still can't find a reason for it to play the main deck. But this card, you weight this card against Mardu-chan. I think Mardu-chan comes out ahead.
Yeah.
This card's like sweet. It's got a lot of text.
Obviously, it's one less colour.
Obviously, one less.
So,
but I mean,
yeah.
I don't think you're going to play black red without playing black red white. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
With 2 support sets and then the dual color set, I think you're gonna most of the time, especially like with red and black, I think you'll go with the white. But
so once Khan's drops and we're just left with this set, totally playable.
Depending on
what's in the next.
it's a very good. It's a very good card. It's a very powerful card.
Yeah.
It just depends if the power level of the card suits what the requirement of what you need.
Yeah, it's very good in like a grindy matchup.
Absolutely.
You can get them to discard a card at instant speed whilst rebuying your creature.
Yeah.
You can deal that 2 damage to finish off a planeswalker. There are a lot of options.
I deal well where your opponent's playing Soulfire Grandmasters and the controllers to that with their cardless later of the Ujitai's command. You kill that and make them discard a card, so you get a sweet 2 for 1.
Yep.
Nice.
Alright, Narset Transcendence. It's 2 and a white and a blue for a planeswalker. She's got 6 starting loyalty. +1. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a non-creature, non-land card, you may reveal it and put it in your hand. -2. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell from your hand, it gains rebound. Or -9. You gain an emblem with your opponent's can't cast non-creature spells.
I know Planeswalkers comes out and everyone raves about them and they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, etc., etc., etc. Is she a $50 card?
I'm going to say I don't think she's a $50 card.
Ugin's not even a $50 card.
Planeswalkers tend to be overpriced, like as soon as they're printed.
Yep.
But I think she's pretty sweet. The fact that she starts on 7 basically.
That's huge for a Planeswalker.
For a 4-mana planeswalker.
Yeah.
Yes. That's her way of protecting herself. Like other planeswalkers kill a thing or make a creature.
Yep.
Jace Architect of Thought, when he was released at $50.
Yeah.
And he stayed at 45 for quite some time.
I'm just thinking Dak Faden came out. He was, he was around 45, 50, and now he's like 8 or something.
Yeah. This is a lot different to Dak though, because this card is amazing.
Yeah.
Dak Faden, he's amazing, but he was very limited as to where you wanted him.
Also, he's not in standard. He wasn't.
And he wasn't in standard. Yeah, he was for Legacy.
This is your Jace for your Sphinx's Revelation.
This card is absolutely baller. Yeah. This is the gas. This card is brilliant. This is.
I can just see this coming out, and you +1 it to make it up to 7, and then you cast Anticipate, or you neg to it, and then you cast Anticipate, and you get to do it twice.
Yeah. Just.
Heroes
being able to rebound any singular card specifically and hostilities. So being able to go turn 4 Narset, I'm going to +1 my guy, so I now have 7. So you have to try and deal with my Narset. If not, you can go for my face, that's fine. I'm going to untap, play my land, I'm going to neg to, I'm going to cast end hostilities. And then you can do whatever you want, but you can't be a creature. Because I'm going to kill your board, I'm going to untap, I'm going to +1 my Narset again, and I'm going to say go.
Yep.
I have every spell at my disposal.
There's end hostilities is coming again next turn.
Well, no. The end hostilities has resolved because I've untapped. I'm going into my turn 6.
Yeah.
You definitely have no board unless you've got an indestructible creature, and I have 5 or 6 mana, and hopefully I still have an asset.
Yeah, it's a good way to basically untap from your sweeper.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, and again, there's gonna be games where Okay, so a single deck in standard right now casts a dig through time, and some decks really struggle to beat it. If not, they can't. This chick allows you to cast 2 dig through times, and you get to you get to untap. Like what
Use
more
those
do
extra
you need? Like this card gets so absurdly far ahead in the list that was never there. Like she's baller.
Do you use the ultimate, or do you just keep using the +1 and 2?
I think if you use the ultimate, your opponent concedes.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
Especially
that's-
like say a control mirror or something like that.
Yeah, she's just great.
Yeah.
She may.
I'm not saying she's bad by saying
No,
is
no.
she $50 by any stretch of the
No.
imagination.
I don't think she sits at $50. Don't get me wrong. I don't think she's Jace the Mind Sculptor defining a standard. Definitely not. But she's just as exciting in the fact that this card does things that the format hasn't done before.
Yeah.
And when it has, it's been very, very successful. +1, Domi-Ray. Very, very similar. Very, very successful.
And she makes me want to play blue-white control. And I'm not the blue-white control player.
She's great.
She's a whole lot of fun.
And yeah, I hope she sees more play, like in more sets. I really do. I think this is nowhere near this like started and finished at standard. She'll go. Well, Jace Architect was starting to see play in modern now in sideboards and main decks.
Yep.
Mind Sculptor sees it in Legacy and that maybe people were talking about it. There were rumors that Transcendent could get played in Legacy decks because their +1's pretty much always going to hit one of your 45 spells.
Yeah, especially when you've got so many in Legacy. You've got so many different non-creature spells.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's just like you can't really say time will tell with this because it's
going to be that good. It's a 4-drop and for 6.
Every outlet is just gas.
Alright, Necromaster Dragon. 3 and a blue and a black for a 4/4 flying dragon. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 2. If you do, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield, and each opponent put the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard.
So you get dudes, you get to mill, and you get a 4/4 flyer.
That was pretty bad.
I'm just wrapping up the entire thing.
I
didn't say
I'm
mill was good.
saying that's the only bad thing about everything else.
Yeah.
I think the mill is like kind of like seeing the text gain 1 life or whatever. Like it's not irrelevant, but the fact that it's doing that in addition to getting a 2/2 zombie, in addition to being a 4/4 flying dragon,
Sure, but it's not a good thing in this format because delve is a real thing, and fueling your opponent's delve.
in limited there aren't that many delve cards.
Yeah, Mago is so good.
Yeah, there are some. I'm not saying there aren't.
I have been in
But like
constructed tournaments though where I've played against the mill deck.
Yeah.
And this is a nice finisher for that deck.
Really? The mill deck and standard?
Yeah, I've played against 2 of them in the Shepherd in the one day.
Really?
I beat both of them, but
What were they playing? Just as a quick off-topic, sorry.
can't remember.
Was it like Whip of Erebos, Dark Deal, Waste Not?
No, it was Fanax. The god.
Oh,
Fanax.
right, the walls. We commentated the walls.
Mm.
Okay. Cool.
And this could be a nice finisher for that deck.
Yeah. That deck's not a thing.
that's
Sorry.
not that good. Sorry.
For the people who want to play that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just play more Fanaxes.
Alright. Ojutai's command. 2 and a white and a blue for an instant. Choose 2. Return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. You gain 4 life, can take a creature spell, and draw a card. Now it has one of my favourite modes ever on these kinds of cards on it.
You
Draw a
get
card.
Draw a card.
Yeah.
Choose 2.
Choose 2. That's actually I actually like that text. I'll be honest.
Yeah, this card's pretty good. I don't think this is nearly as good as what people think it will be or was when it was originally spoiled, but I think it's good.
I think it's overrated but very strong.
Well, I think we all loved it when it first came out because it was the first command released.
And like there was the promise of more commands.
Yeah,
because
that's
of
right.
commands.
Yeah. The hype was real.
But is it cryptic command? No.
They're not gonna reprint a card with the same color or cryptic command in standard. They're just not gonna do it.
So I think
if they do, it's gonna be a mistake.
As a card, it's very
That
balanced.
was a mistake, right?
Would you say Narset's the same color?
We'll see. We'll see. Time will tell.
It's very balanced as a card, though.
Yeah. It's a fair card. I feel like it's fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair to be on the other end of it, but I think it's fair. 4,
So it's counter your Siege Rhino, and I'll draw a card to replace this.
Yeah, that's going to be a common use for this.
But see, there's interesting. There's a very interesting implication with this card as it comes down as the same time as Narset. So you have to take a turn off from being able to play this. If you're a turn behind, so say you lose the dice roll, this card is very sketchy against like red, white burn, red, white tokens, things like that. Like this card is actually not that good. You're probably not going to cast. Like you're not going to cast it.
Well, you're certainly not going to cast the first mode.
No, like
That's-
you're just not. Like
you control matchup.
you're going to cast it to gain 4 life and draw a card, and that's just not what this. You don't want to do that with this card. Like gaining 4 life and drawing a card for 4 is actually not that good. Like that's very poorly costed.
Yeah.
So in an average respect, it's not good at all. It's terrible.
I feel like that's where you sideboard it out.
Oh, absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm
where
saying.
You used it just to cycle and gain some life.
Yeah,
And then you bought it out and put more relevant cards.
yeah, more relevant cards in exactly. But I mean, it's still a very real thing as to that can happen. Like Goblin Rebel Master is played in X decks, like red, white, burn, and that's probably still going to hang around. And this card's just not good against that kind of list. Not right now.
So I think it just remains to be seen exactly how much. This
Yeah,
is
for
played.
sure. Like this is going to be a great card. This is going to do a lot of things. That's going to see standard in a lot of different ways. And the slower the format goes down, the better this gets.
Alright, Pristine Skywise. 4 and a white and a blue for a 6/4 flying dragon. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, untap Pristine Skywise. It gains protection from the color of your choice until the end of the turn. This is a bomb.
This is my pick for blue-white constructed finisher. It is fantastic. With this plus things like Anticipate, this thing's not going to die unless it's to mass removal. It is constructed, playable, fantastic in my opinion.
I've seen this spoiled before Dragon Lord Ujitai, and I was in agreement until I seen Dragon Lord Ujitai. Now I think Dragon Lord's better than this, but I have no quarrel with saying that this thing is a very good blue-white finisher because it is. It is a very good blue-white finisher. It's got more protection, but it does cost 1 more. So there's upsides and downsides to both.
So I mean, the only thing I can sort of see that dying to is something like Stoke the Flames. It does do 4 damage. Is it instant? You have to have that backup mana to cast something like Anticipate. To be able to give it the protection.
I think.
But as I said, this is my pick for blue white.
No, I agree. I can agree. I can agree with that. I think it's a great card.
Alright, Ruthless Deathbane. 4 and a blue and a black for a 4/4 flying dragon. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, target opponent sacrifices a creature.
When am I going to sacrifice a creature?
Exploit.
When you
Oh,
select something.
I played against this twice and I killed it on the turn it came down, so it never really got to show its effect. But I'm sure this thing's great. This thing seems so strong.
I reckon this card
Limited?
is going
Limited, yeah.
to be better in draft than sealed
Oh,
because you get the chance to.
Although this thing's so gas if you do get it in seal with the stuff. Like,
Yeah.
This thing with support cards is great. And I mean, at very worst, it's a 4/4/5/6.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Alright, the other Planeswalker from the set, Sarkhan Unbroken. 2 green, blue, red for a Planeswalker. +1, draw a card and add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. -2, put a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying onto the battlefield. -8, search for library for any number of dragon cards, creature cards, and put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. It starts on 4 loyalty.
You have the floor, my friend.
I love this Sarkhan. He's like my kind of Planeswalker. I love Narset as well. Like I like them both for different reasons, but I like the Planeswalker where out of the first 2 abilities, one of them provides card advantage in some way, like drawing a card. The other one makes a token.
So he's the only 3-color card in the set.
Yep. I saw pointed out somewhere on the internet that in Dragons of Tarkir, Sarkhan was the only dragon-like card, and Dragons of Tarkir he's the only Khan-like card because it was that 3 colors.
Yep.
So I thought that was a very nice little bit of flavour there.
So if life is going bad for you, you put out Sark and you make a 4/4 dragon.
Yep.
And he probably dies next
You
turn.
got a bear's companion. Or a bad bear's companion. You got a very bad bear's companion.
Yeah, hopefully you get 2 4/4 dragons out of him.
Yeah, jokes aside, like you play this guy, you make a 4/4 dragon. Your opponent then has to deal with a planeswalker and a 4/4 flying dragon.
It's very similar to the Siren,
Two
but on a
different-
double, but on like doubling the power level.
And then it comes back to your turn. You've got the choice to either trade him in for another dragon or just draw a card.
He's very.
And
good.
if the board's clean, you just put him out, draw a card.
Mhm.
Life's good.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
you're getting value off Sarkhan regardless. Your opponent's gonna have to 2-for-1 themselves to deal with him.
Unless you play Crackling
Crackling
Doom.
Doom. That's what I was
Crackling
about to
Doom
say.
is the absolute bee's knees for Planeswalkers these days.
Yeah.
Right up to Trends and it came out. Yeah, he was just great.
And so the ultimate.
Win the game.
Look,
Don't you just go
And-
and Colligan another dragon, they both have haste and you just win?
Yeah, well,
Attack?
that's it.
Yeah.
Um,
You play it in your 5-color command call list.
and in
Of course.
Commander, he's just mad, I think.
Damn it.
Yeah, in Commander, that's kill all your opponents.
Oh, yeah.
Basically.
Oh, absolutely.
In normal standard, that the ultimate's not
It's
going
gotta
to
be
come
Dragon
out that
Touch.
often. But this kind of this deck where you're playing Sarkhan, you're probably playing something like
Sky-
Dragon.
Actually,
So
he reminds me a lot of like Rel Zarek for playability. He was rather unorthodox in the list that he was played in, but man, if he just stuck around, you just win. Like he just generates really good tempo, really good advantage. I mean, I'm talking to you about this because we brewed with Grixis Control, and we were like, well, Rel Zarek doesn't get played, and then we went and played Rel Zarek, and he was really awkward for people to deal with, but he was so good for us.
Yeah.
And I feel like this guy's very similar in the way that he plays out.
I think he's going to see a bit more play than Rel. So
Oh, absolutely. I think you're right.
Yeah, I see. I do.
Are people going to build around that ultimate?
No.
Or is that just going to...
I think
It is
I
extremely
think
rare.
whatever.
people are more likely to include more dragons that they would have considered anyway,
Yeah, for sure.
like Thunderbreak Region and
Yep.
as I said earlier, Stormbreath Dragon.
I do like that. Yeah, like Thunderbreak Region into this guy. It's pretty strong.
Yep. So if you get to that stage where you've got 8 or 9 loyalty and you realise you've got like 2 dragons left in your deck, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, most Planeswalkers is a generic thing. You don't build around their ultimates because they all just say, I'm going to win the game in a specific way.
Yeah.
If you ultimate a Planeswalker, and you lose, you either got top decked or you played it wrong.
But more often than not, you're going to lose to 4/4 dragons if you're losing to this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, by the time you put him out and make a dragon and start ticking him up, they're dead before he can ultimate.
Yep.
Yeah, he's great. He's very interesting to see as to where he goes. And how, like, the team of lists and that way, involve him. But yeah, he's definitely going to see play.
Cool.
You're up.
Yes, I am. Savage Ventmore. 4 and a red and a green for a 4/4 flying dragon. Whenever Savage Ventmore attacks, add triple red and triple green to your mana pool. Until end of turn, this mana doesn't empty from your mana pool as steps and faces hand. So that means you get to use them in the second mana phase.
So it's the whole idea when this guy attacks just to cast another one.
Well, there's an infinite combo with this guy with another dragon, isn't there?
Yeah, where you get another combat step.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
I can't remember the specifics of it.
But yes, you can pay X and you get another combat step. So you untap all guys, you attack again. So you attack, that's 6, you do damage, you activate the ability, you untap, you go again, and vice versa. You just keep wave them goodbye.
Is that a constructed thing?
No,
or-
no. This is not constructed.
This is something that someone made up, but that's cool.
This
No,
card,
legitimately.
Yeah.
I think you played a modern or something. It wasn't that long ago, the card.
yeah, I can't remember.
I just
but
can't
know.
remember to lie for me.
I think this card's pretty good for an uncommon.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It reads as a 4/4 flyer for 6, and you get to play like 2 to 3 spells on your turn 7.
Yeah,
Just dump
you get to cast extra stuff.
You just dump your hand or get a sweet megamorph.
Yeah.
Because you go from 6 to 12 to 13 mana. So you could yeah, you can play anything.
Alright. Scion of Ugin. 6 colorless for a 4/4 creature. Not an artifact creature, a creature. It's a dragon spirit with flying.
Very cool.
So for everyone out there that didn't play Eldrazi, which is me as well, this is a colorless, non-artifact
creature, yeah.
Non-artifact creature.
Yeah,
That's right.
terrifying. Truly, truly terrifying. Every colorless creature is terrifying, dude. Except for this one. This is the least terrifying.
This is like because Ugin was obviously in favor of this is like Ugin's sort of presence in the set.
Yeah, this is his defender.
And yeah, look, this card was in early design when they wanted this card to be a common. It would have been the only common dragon, but it was just too much. So they had to pop it up to uncommon.
Sure.
I'm seeing that myself.
Yeah, but it's
4/4 flying dragon for 6.
yeah. Look,
The vanilla.
if you're light on dragons, you see this guy, you're gonna put him into your deck.
He's a finisher. Like he's not the best finisher. Like a 4/4 flying dragon for 6 is an okay finisher. Not brilliant. It's not terrible. But
Is this a look into the next set?
I don't think so.
Nah. I think this is the flavor finish for this set.
Yeah,
Sure.
Flavor for this.
Yeah, this is the this is just the ending of this set.
Although that is right, there will probably be more colorless matters things in the next block because we're about to go to a world where there's currently an Eldrazi terraform.
We want
to devour it.
We don't want it.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
I'm interested to see what kind of designs.
Yeah, actually, I am too. I want to see more arms, more legs.
Alright. Salamgar's Command. 3 in a blue and a black. Choose for an instant. Choose 2. Counter target non-creature spell. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of turn. Or destroy target planeswalker.
This was my pre-release promo card. And in the pre-release, it was return target permanent and -3/-3. Every single time I cast it, it was just those two.
Sweet 2 for 1.
In standard, it might be a lot more. It is expensive at
But
5.
This card goes very deep in the control lists.
Yeah.
It could be brilliant and it can be terrible.
With Narsets out there, destroy target planeswalker is not a bad thing.
Yeah, well that's fine. Like the turn after they cast Narset, they're on their turn 5.
And
they might go -2 Narset to negate the next spell rebound and then try to play 2 times or something like that.
Yeah.
You can negate and destroy the Narset.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a very specific sequence of
It's
events.
very powerful and it's not hard to believe.
But it was alright. I said in
I would first pick
limited,
this.
it was fantastic.
I would first pick this in limited over any other uncommon in the set. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think this has a higher power level than any other uncommon I've seen.
Well, it was easily a 2-1 every single
Yeah,
time.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
It's so
taking this
strong.
early.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Even if you killed a morph creature.
Yep.
It was like, kill that morph and we'll just bounce whatever that is.
It's good to have like you obviously those middle 2 modes are the ones using the most, but the fact that the first and the fourth modes could possibly come up, like it could be in the draft where someone opens their Sarkhan.
And this kills the Sarkhan. This kills their bomb.
And it also kills the 4/4 dragon with the return target permanent.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a solid card.
Yeah, this card's really, really good.
Spider Silk Net. 0 mana for an equipment. Equipped creature gets +0/+2 and has reach and equip 2.
It looks so cool.
But that is good art.
Yeah, it's very good art. I'm not sure what a net like that's going to do to a dragon like that, but yeah, good luck to it.
Like that's
And
going to
outside of that, it's pretty much it. I'm not going to play this. I'm not going to draft it. Like, I'm not going to be happy to draft it.
No.
No,
It doesn't give you any way to win.
it's a low value defensive card.
Yeah.
Alright, Stormrider Rig, 2 mana for an equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach Stormrider Rig to it, and you can equip it for 2. This is great. This looks good in the dash deck where all the creatures are coming in
dash. Yep. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say this is like the very worst 23rd card in my list, but if you're drafting dash, then yes, this thing is actually not bad.
This is pretty
I can
solid
come
in
with
that list. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, like
most decks aren't going to play this, but the aggressive red decks.
Yep. No, I agree with that for sure.
Swift Warkite, 4, a black and a red for a 4/4 dragon with flying. When it enters the battlefield, you may put a creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. It gains haste and return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. This looks pretty sweet.
This is my favourite looking card of the set. This thing looks like it came and means business.
Looks like a giant dragonfly.
It's just huge.
Mm.
It's great. I love it.
I love how it's burning the ground behind it. That's awesome.
I like the versatility of its enters the battlefield.
Yes, absolutely.
And the fact that you're guaranteed, like, unless it dies in combat or whatever, like, you're going to get it back into whatever that thing was out of your graveyard back into your hand.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
if you put into play something that's got a end of the battlefield effect as well,
Value.
you get value
You
to
get
attack
value.
it twice.
Yeah,
So-
I like it.
And it's an uncommon as well, so you'll probably see it in a fair bit.
Yeah. I like it. It's good.
It's going to be hard to just first pick it, although it does have a high strength value. As it is in black red, so you have to devote pretty quickly to it.
Yeah.
And there's generally a card that you do want to play if you're going to pick that.
Alright, Tapestry of the Ages. It's 4 mana artifact. Pay 2, tap, draw a card. Activate this ability only if you cast a non-creature spell this turn.
Garbage.
Just play
that
during
one.
daytime.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
Even in Commander, there's much better
Yeah, generally.
ways of drawing
Yeah.
cards.
Alright, Vial of Dragonfire. 2 mana for an artifact. Pay 2, tap and sacrifice it. Does 2 damage to target creature.
Garbage.
So,
Yeah, I don't like it that much.
I think it's decent if you're light on removal.
Okay.
It does take out a face down creature, and there is that card in Fate Reforged that shoots this up.
That gets it to the yeah. Does it put it on the battlefield? Put it here.
It puts it into your hand, but you can tap it for 2 mana to cast it, the creature.
Okay.
The next
Okay,
turn.
that's good.
So,
Yeah. Okay, it's not that bad. I shouldn't say this card's garbage. But
yeah.
it's
Well,
not-
after,
It
after,
always
after
got its uses.
I don't want to
some
be
of
playing
the
this
recent cards we've seen, like that, that next, like, this is pretty decent.
Yeah. It's
better.
better than the net.
Yeah. Okay.
Way better than that.
It's subpar removal.
At least
You
kill.
need it.
At least kill something.
If you need it, you need it.
Yeah, it's a
Answers the
it's the
question.
kind of card you're happy to have if you didn't see the better options in the draft.
So that's the end.
That is the end. That has been our review for Dragons of Tarkir. I hope you've enjoyed it. What can people do, Dave, if they want to see more of the MtG Grinders content?
You can go to Facebook, WordPress, YouTube, and hopefully a website real soon.
Yeah, it would be good.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers.